A boo, a boo, 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 doop, doop, boop, doop, boop, boop.
There's our theme song. You're listening to Being Mr. Boop, now seeing sued by no less than 3 separate parties. Make it 4. Jerry's coming for us. My name is Ryan Pfeiffer, and I am Mr. Boop.
Jerry Terry or Jerry Gazelle?
No, I mean he might be, but no, Seinfeld.
Oh, I was like, there's a number of Jerrys we could be talking about it.
I don't know who the Cazal is.
That's Devo Man.
Right, what's
Whatever.
Cazal this?
My name is Lisa Dope, and I'm Mr. Boop.
Lisa, it's Saturday, May 30th, 2020, and we're reading the 103rd ever Mr. Boop strip. What happens in today's Mr. Boop?
What happens in today's Mr. Boop? I'm glad you asked.
That's
because
what
in
I'm asking.
today's Mr. Boop, this will surely have repercussions for the comic Mr. Boop.
Shadow synopsis. Wow, it's getting exciting. I bet this is going to be a whole thing.
Yeah.
Which is pretty similar to our regular synopsis. Way to rip us off, Alec Robbins.
Yeah. What do you do? Yeah, it's pretty...
How ironic.
You're asking if we didn't see this character's mouth before, and this is actually the first time we've seen it.
Oh yeah, we're seeing...
Sniff right.
Well, Flapper Shot, we see the 2 prisoners, Uncle Robotnik and the other guy with the scar.
Charles
Wait,
Manson type.
Yeah, I don't know if we probably didn't give him a name. I don't know. It's like he looked more like a stereotypical type of prisoner, I think, than the other guy who just I don't know what his.
Just looks like a guy.
Deal is.
Maybe that's the point.
Looks like a trucker. Ah, it's a commentary on the prison system.
Yeah.
They're just people in prison who are just some guy.
Yeah. Who are bald with mustaches.
Just some guy.
And Charles Manson's also there. But actually, this guy who's just some guy, loves killing. It's his favorite thing to do. So what's your point?
No,
now?
the Charles Manson guy does.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
that was the guy who loved killing.
You know, Charles Manson dropped an album in 1969, and it is so creepy. Awful racist, murder
Do you
guy.
beatboxing? He goes like,
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my name is Charles Manson, and I'm here to say,
Yeah. Very,
uh,
very scary album.
my heart is full of hate in a major way.
I believe that the Beatles are speaking to me whilst I'm here with my friend Brian May.
I don't know enough about Charles Manson to make this bit funny.
You know the Beatles thing, though, right?
No, I just know
like-
that he's responsible for the killing of Sharon Tate. That's all I know.
He
And that he's got a swastika carved into his forehead. Is it a tattoo or is it a carving?
it's carved. He believed that the Beatles were like prophets from God, and that they were putting messages for him in their records all about how he should start a race war.
He was a Paul is dead believer, huh?
Yeah.
He was a Paul is dead truther.
Very fun to listen through to.
Do you
that
think he
album.
was? No.
He was
You
friends
you
with
didn't think Paul is dead?
He was friends with the Beach Boys as well.
Charles Manson?
Yeah, they were close.
Oh
Stop.
no. They're canceled
Wouldn't it
now.
be nice? Charles Manson, bad bloke. Ask me.
It's
No,
like
like-
he's the original Epstein, I guess.
I suppose so.
In that he's all got all
that
these
he knew everyone.
connections.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I don't think he ever
Oh.
actually met the Beatles.
so it was
But,
just the Beach Boys? They didn't have any other celebrity contacts?
I mean, I think he was. Yeah, I think he was pretty well known just in the California scene. Like he was like, yeah, that's Charlie. You'll love Charlie. Yeah. Weird how he doesn't have any black friends. Anyway,
they didn't touch on that much in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
he's in that,
It
isn't
seemed
he?
like they were going to. Yeah, he's in like one scene for a
That's
minute.
so weird. That's
That's a great movie.
yeah. I haven't seen it.
Oh, you should. It's good. It's if you don't like Tarantino, I didn't love any other Tarantino movies I've seen, but I thought that one was really good. It's different.
Interesting. Well, I have
It's more
only ever
chill.
seen. I've only ever seen Reservoir Dogs, and that was my favorite movie for like a month.
Dwogs.
dogs. Reservoir Dog.
Reservoir Dogs.
Dippy Dog.
Reservoir Dwarves.
Anyway, there's a boop that we're looking at, right?
So in the flapper shot, like I said, the two prisoners are talking to Sonic. There's a lot of empty space because they got to fit everyone in the panel and the speech bubble above them.
Yeah.
So it's zoomed out really far. And Uncle Robotnik is asking Sonic with a speech bubble saying, So Sonic, you decided to join us after all?
Sniffly.
Electro Heart. And we see his teeth.
Yeah. Ooh, he's got him. Oh man, you know what? We haven't talked about this, but this
He has
drawing
a mouth
of
in every panel that he appears in this strip.
the drawing of Charles Manson like person on the left is so funny to me. It's just, what is this? This is now how a human being looks.
You think
Maybe,
so?
Yeah, maybe I'm just.
Is it just the nose?
Yeah.
It's more bulbous than it usually is.
Maybe I didn't even interpret that as a nose until you just mentioned it.
I guess
like
I can
looking
see
at,
how it's weird
looking
now.
at this in isolation.
Sweet bro and hella Jeff-ass character.
Yeah. What a weird little guy. So
panel 2, we get a close-up of Sonic kind of doing a talkie, but he's raising his fist instead of his hand.
Yeah.
So it's less of a talkie, just emphasis. Oh, by the way, in panel 1, Uncle Robotnik has his arms crossed. So Sonic is saying in panel 2,
it gets real.
He's looking determined, and he's saying, "Yeah, I need to break out of prison so I can go apologize to the people I hurt." So he is agreeing to break out of prison with them.
Yeah.
Panel 3,
character growth.
Reverse shot of the other two prisoners. So Sonic is on one side, and then the other shot is the two prisoners. Uncle Robotnik
360
and
rule is
old Charlie
being obeyed.
What is his Uncle Robotnik expression in this? Seems so familiar to me. It seems so familiar to me, and I don't know why.
It's like a loss, what's it called?
No,
what? Not lost.
It looks just like some kind of character.
This is certainly some kind of character.
Oh,
right here.
It looks very Rick and Morty-esque, doesn't it?
Sorta.
I mean, he's got a bit of that Family Guy lip.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that,
Family Guy lip is what my Catholic teacher said I had when I told him.
You've got that Family Guy lip on you. Uncle Robotnik has a speech bubble saying to Alec, "Wow, that's very admirable of you."
Sniffly.
Panel 4, same shot of them, but they're looking evil.
Wicked.
They looked nonplussed in panel 3, and now in panel 4, they're looking like
they're about to commit some crime.
They have that sort of expression.
Okay, question.
Angry eyebrows, but big smiles.
Dr. Robotnik, what hair color do you think he is?
Huh?
What hair color did you think Dr. Robotnik has? What color do you think his eyebrows should be?
Red.
Blonde?
His mustache is red.
It is indeed. That's odd.
His mustache is red. His eyebrows, I think, are just not colored in.
True, but they've never been colored in.
Yeah, and they are colored in on the other guy, so I guess it is probably a conscious choice. I don't know. Blonde, maybe? Maybe like a light... Maybe okay.
Maybe this is like the Daria therapist, where these are just guys that Alec knows that he's drawn, and that person just happens to have white bleached eyebrows.
No, I don't think... Well, maybe it's a real... I don't know. He knows a real Dr. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
So it could be just like really dark red hair for the mustache and like that sort of light red hair for the eyebrows, where it's like it almost looks like they're blonde, but they're actually redhead.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that sort of redhead.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Let me tell you about this.
Maybe
game
they
I
just
went
have
to.
like really light eyebrows, like when you look at the arm hair of a redhead person, it looks like it just looks like their arm's shiny or something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe their eyebrows look prominent because they're drawn on, but maybe in reality, if this was photorealistic, they would look very faint.
Have you ever thought about Matt Smith's eyebrows?
Matt Smith?
Yeah, you know the actor Matt Smith?
No, I haven't thought of his eyebrows.
Look him up. Look at his eyebrows. Just Google image search.
He doesn't have any.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why doesn't he have eyebrows?
He's got a kind of a caveman brow too, doesn't he? Doesn't he kind of have like some caveman features a bit?
Yeah.
They should have got him for that Geico sitcom. They wouldn't need to put any makeup on him.
Yeah.
It's weird that people still have those type of
Caveman
that type of
features.
look. It's almost as
Not
if
fucking Neanderthal. In
cavemen didn't look like that. It's just like that look for cavemen is based on people who look like this.
Yeah.
There's my
Boneheads.
conspiracy theory for the week.
Mm.
Cavemen never looked like that with the brow like that. The person who made the most famous design for cavemen just based it off people who look like Matt Smith.
You mean Lieutenant L. Caveman?
Yeah, it was named after. He named them. Yeah, they were just called the scientific term is Neanderthals, but the person who popularized the characters was Lieutenant L. Caveman. It's like George. He's the George Romero of cavemen.
Or
He made
John L.
after he
Sandler.
made his movie Night of the Living Caveman, which was famously remade into Encino Man.
Yeah.
Who do you think would star in Night of the Living Caveman? We need like
have no
a
idea.
Brendan Fraser type from the 30s or whatever. Not
I
the
don't know
30s.
actors
50s.
from the 30s.
A Brendan Fraser type from the 50s.
James Dean?
Huh?
James Dean?
James Dean is not a Brendan Fraser type.
I don't know. Elvis Presley?
I would accept that over James Dean.
Well,
But not really.
Nat King Cole?
Nat King Cole. Definitely not.
Marlon Brando.
I can't think of any people from the 50s that look like cavemen.
No, they
'Cause I
didn't.
guess
They
they
didn't.
didn't
They were
have
extinct.
people back then that looked like that get famous.
Yeah.
Except for the guy who was in Night of the Living Caveman, who I can't remember his name.
Ringo Starr was.
Oh,
played
it
a
was
caveman.
Ringo Starr. That's who it was.
Yeah.
He was kind of a Brendan Fraser type, actually,
In a way.
in just those type of movies he was in.
Yeah. I've just
Those
discovered
weird type of movies.
I've discovered this movie that I know.
But they weren't
need
good.
to watch.
That's the difference.
Look
Brendan
at
Fraser was
this.
in good movies.
Look at this movie. I need to see this now. Teenage Caveman. The fuck? That's hilarious title. It
Classic rip off of Night of the Living Caveman.
I think that
After Night of the Living Dead came out, everyone kept making their own zombie movies because of the copyright mix-up. Same thing happened with Night of the Living Caveman, and everyone started making like Teenage Caveman, Son of Caveman, Bride of Caveman. You know, all those things. It's weird how we got on this topic.
Don't you just love Unga Boongas?
What is that?
That's Son of the Mask. You
Of course.
dummy.
Oh, this is directed by Roger Corman. That's funny.
No, hey, no rocks and sticks, no entry. Ugh! Werewolf with rocks and sticks? I don't know. I don't know.
Sorry,
Ryan, help me.
I'm googling the actor from Teenage Caveman.
I'd like it better if it was called Cave Team.
He does not look like a caveman. Robert Vaughn from Teenage Caveman does not look like a caveman. He's not.
I wonder what he looks like
enough.
Well, he was a teenage caveman. So.
Are you caveman enough for the role?
Yeah. In the role, if you look at promotional skills from him as a caveman, he looks a lot like a caveman.
Where do you see these?
I just looked up Robert Vaughn caveman.
Oh my god. There was a remake of this in 2002.
What?
This is a horror movie? Teenage Caveman is a horror movie?
I didn't know. I just know the title.
Maybe this is a different movie called Teenage Caveman. It looks like the Toxic Avenger.
Oh.
Teens encounter people who, after being used as guinea pigs for the experimental testing of a virus, can live forever in a post-apocalyptic world. What the hell does that have to do with cavemen?
Well, because they're living in caves.
They look like the Toxic Avenger.
Oh, apparently Teenage Caveman is a post-apocalyptic movie. No, it isn't.
No, the one from 2002 is.
No, I looked up the description for 1958. It says Roger Corman's post-Holocaust quickie is about an adolescent tribesman who dares to explore the feared forbidden zone.
Maybe it's just when it came out.
Yeah, but that's a weird benchmark for time.
I looked up Robert Vaughn, Teenage Caveman. He does not look like a caveman. You lied.
I think he looks like a caveman.
No, he looks like a guy in a loincloth.
Nah, it's great.
In panel 4, Charlie is saying his speech bubble. There's one speech bubble from Charlie as Uncle Robotnik is giving a thumbs up and looking at him. Charlie's speech bubble says, "What does it say?"
Charlie's speech bubble says, "We're breaking out. We're breaking out because we don't want to be in prison anymore."
2 electoral points.
2 electoral points right there.
Is that your Charles Manson voice?
I don't know what he sounds like.
In panel 1, it looks like Sonic's outfit is blue.
Maybe that was the
It says number 8211, but it looks like it says blue.
Yeah.
Alright, you've been listening to Being Mr. Boop.
You have.
That face when you're Mr. Boop.
That is that face that I make.
You can visit the show's website at www.beingmrboop.com for a full catalog of episodes and to sign up to host the podcast. For more updates, follow at Mr. Boop Pod on Twitter. And make sure to go make penance by watching your yearly watch of Night of the Living Caveman.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you. Yes.
Snork. Me.
Inside you there are 2 wolves. One goes and the other goes shoo.
Is he blowing a feather? Is he blowing a feather away as he sleeps? Like it's over.
Yes. Both wolves are blowing feathers away. No, one wolf is blowing a feather away. The other has bubbles coming out of their nose, blowing on their head.
Well, swam to the world famous Betty Boop. Gee whiz, what a lucky guy. So in love, might make you puke. She's the apple of his eye. Sit right down, we're gonna give you the scoop with Ryan Pfeiffer and Lisa Doop. Stammer, lamma, ding dong, loop de loop. This is the story of a guy named Mr. Boop.